Going to a soccer game. Last one of the year. Still trying to fix this helmet thing. Well, not the helmet, this audio. I'm missing a piece that won't be here till later this week. I decided to ride the adventure bike out for this last game. I don't know if these gloves are the touch gloves. They're not. I thought I got the gloves with the touch stuff on it, but I'm thinking about getting a different phone mount. Thinking about putting the phone right here. I can't touch my phone. That's why I was at. Huh? I don't have those. These aren't those gloves. I thought they were. She's funny. The touch gloves, I guess that's the kind of gloves I have to get so I could work my phone. Because right now I can't work my phone. Yeah, I thought I had the little touch gloves. I think I just brought some all-weather gloves. So yeah, I'm on the adventure bike again today. I'm still struggling with the audio setup. I do have the chin mount on this helmet. I gotta get it on one other helmet. I have to get a mount for. So yeah, Soccer Sunday. This is the last for the outdoor season. 58 degrees. Not really chill out. I'll go right through the middle of the speed bump. I need to go all the way out there. So yeah, good day to be out riding. I mean, when is it not a good day to be out riding? I guess if it was raining, maybe. Yeah, not raining. Going fishing, got the fishing pole out. So yeah, I haven't been riding this bike a lot. I'm going to start riding it more because the weather's going to change. I was on the sport bike yesterday, and today I thought to ride this because, as I said, I haven't been on it. I'll be riding it more, and it's a little cooler out. I think the high is only supposed to be 61 today. So I put the suit on. Oh, look at the picture there. Good fall ride. So yeah, I gotta do a few things to this bike. Yeah, so I want to put this mount for the phone somewhere else. I'm probably gonna get a quad lock mount for it. That's what I'm probably gonna end up doing, getting a quad lock mount. I think the quad lock mount will put it up top or right on the right in the middle for me. So I gotta see. I gotta look that up. There's a soccer bar back there. I see it with his Liverpool jersey on. Is that Liverpool or Man City? I don't know. It was one of those. I think it was Man City. I mean Man United. Because my son has that Rashford jersey. So there's a little spot back there. They watch European soccer matches. I think it's Premier League soccer. He had a Premier League jersey on. So yeah, out on a fall day, headed to a soccer game because it's Soccer Sunday. Oh, that was kind of stupid. That was stupid. He was just going to come out and make the turn. Now, if it was me, he would have probably pulled out right in front of me, because they do that when they see motorcycles, they'll pull out right in front of a motorcycle. What's the worst that could happen, right? But when they won't pull out in front of a car, they won't pull out in front of a car though. Because you pull out in front of a car, it can go horribly wrong. What's the worst? You pull out in front of a motorcycle, somebody might die. I'm thinking somebody's gonna get injured either way. That dude on the motorcycle is gonna get balled up, but people will just pull out in front. Oh, let's turn the heated grips on. So I gotta get a Cardo device. I got 3 helmets without Cardos on them now. My wife's, 2 of mine. So at some point I'm gonna have to get Cardo devices as well. I think she's gonna get over. Yep. Oh, the heated grips feel good out there. Oh, 54. Goodness, it says it's 54 degrees. As I said, I thought it was going to get as high as 61. I don't think it's getting much warmer than that today. Yeah, I don't think it's supposed to get much warmer. Window down, goodness. Hope we're not taking a turnpike. I took the easy pass off of this bike. I don't have it on here. Oh, look at the deer. could feel the wind and thought this thing, my visor was cracked or something. Sure enough, it was a little open. So my wife had always been getting reflective shields. So I got a reflective shield for this. I think it looks pretty cool, actually, itself. Yeah, this is fall weather. Leaves and stuff are turning colors. Yeah, it's a nice fall ride. Not many. I've seen one Harley out so far. I haven't seen many out on motorcycles just yet. RV out. Alright, so those who ride sport bikes or cruisers or naked bikes, how long does your riding season go? Do you continue to ride? Like every year as the temperatures drop, people start talking about putting their bikes up, putting their bikes away. I mean, I get it. But at what point do you stop riding? Like, how cold does it have to be? Like in the morning, it gets chilly. But right now, this thing says 55 degrees. This is a different ride if I'd have brought the ZX-10 out. The ride is different. On this bike, you got the windscreen protection. I'm sitting more upright. I got my riding suit on. Heated grips. So it's not a bad ride. Not at all. But if I was on the sport bike, I'd have the leather. I wouldn't have a riding suit. So it's a little different ride. You know, so, you know, you stay in like the Northeast, Pennsylvania, New York, riding in the cold is a little different. If you're down, you know, cold in South Carolina is totally different than cold in Pennsylvania. If you're down in the Carolinas, Georgia, Texas, Louisiana, it's different. But I know some guys that are riding ZX14s, sport bikes, that are still riding now. I have seen more people on cruisers. Cruiser riders will ride most of the year. Those guys will get out with winter coats on or heated gear, and they'll keep going. I'm slowly getting my adventure bike gear together. Like, I have to get some Gore-Tex riding boots, because the Gore-Tex riding boots that Dainese makes are really good. You know, like right now I have short boots on, not the sport bike boots. I just have some different boots, but I got to get some adventure bike riding boots to keep the rain off. They're insulated, keep the wind off of you. I see some people that have the boot liners, so I don't have those. I don't have boot like the I have seen some of those things that go inside the boots, and I've seen some that go outside the boots. But this suit that I have on right now is official. It's a one-piece. They make them in two-piece as well. Yeah, this is fun. I never thought I would enjoy this adventure bike as much as I do. And the crazy thing is, if I had to pick and could only have one bike, wow, that was a mess. If I had to pick one bike between the two that I have, either this bike or the ZX-10, believe it or not, I would take this bike. There's just more I could do on this bike or with this bike versus the sport bike. Now the sport bike, oh man, I love that bike as well. That's my favorite. That's my third ZX-10. But this bike, I can ride the kids on it. I can take stuff with me. No problem riding in the rain, no problems riding long distance, colder weather. Whereas that trip to South Carolina I made on the ZX-10. It wasn't bad, but it would have been totally different on this bike. I think it would have been, oh, look at that dude, he's out in the vet. It would have been a much different trip if I was on this bike. When I ran into the rain, I could have stopped somewhere and put the rain suit on. Like when I rode down to Florida on this bike, that trip was easy. It wasn't difficult at all. And being able to get more miles per gallon on the tank. Yeah. Got to get some touch gloves so I could, because without my Sena device, Cardo device, goodness, I used to have a Sena. Without my Cardo device, I can't control the volume the way I would like to, or skip through songs. So I'll get another Cardo, get the Pack Talk. That's what me and the wife had. That over there. Yeah, so how long or how cold does it have to be before you stop riding or put your bike away? Because there will be those warm days throughout the fall and the winter. Every once in a while you'll get like a 65 degree day in January, December. Do you pull the bike out and ride Do you enjoy doing that kind of stuff? I know some have those Toys for Tots Christmas rods. Then some, as I said, are just about that life and they'll ride throughout the year as long as there's not snow and ice in the roads. I get it. The weather wasn't that bad. I could have rode this bike down to Florida last year for Christmas. But you know, why? I had nothing to prove. But to each his own. I just enjoy riding. Short rides, long rides. I wanted to ride today, last soccer game. I don't think I've rode to a soccer game this year. Even the far out ones, I hadn't had a chance to ride. So to be able to ride today, pretty cool. Almost to 15,000 miles on this bike here. Got cruise control. I should put the cruise control on. Cruising at 93. Why this car is just gonna sit next to me instead of just passing. Like, go ahead and pass. So since I got this adventure bike, I've been trying to sell other people on adventure bikes. I'm not a cruiser guy. Don't see myself riding a cruiser. Don't see myself, I mean, it's not even about Harley. I don't see myself on the Indian Victory, the BMW cruisers, the Yamaha cruisers, Kawasaki cruisers. I don't really, my riding style, I don't think is cruiser-ish, you know. But I know plenty of people who are on sport bikes who jumped over to cruisers. I just never saw myself as a cruiser guy. Now, funny thing is, I started out on cruisers. My first, the bike I learned how to ride on was a Yamaha, was it Roadstar? I think it was a Yamaha Roadstar. Was a bike I learned how to ride on. First bike I ever had was a Suzuki Intruder. But I never, at some point, I don't know, for me watching GP races or being into vintage bikes, I just didn't really like cruisers. So now, like, I can ride this bike almost to the same style that I ride the sport bike. Like, I'm in on the corners, I'm engine braking, the upright position reminds me, like, I had a Kawasaki ZR7, upright riding position. And then everybody makes these bikes, from Suzuki, Yamaha, BMW, KTM. There's a lot of options out there for adventure bikes. And if you do long distance traveling, outdoor stuff, this bike is fine on gravel roads, dirt roads, state parks, national parks. I have no problems with any of that. A lot of times when we go camping to campsites, I can get around a campsite easily on this bike. So I've been trying to sell people on them. I initially was looking at the KTM 1290 Adventure. I think is really good. I've seen the BMW, the GS is a pretty good one. But nah, I mean, they're really good and dependable. Like the new V-Strom, they've made some changes from this one. The screen is different. It had the auxiliary lights on it. I think it still had different riding modes, but it looks lighter also. It's always rivers and bridges. So then I was looking at the KTM, the BMW, even Ducati makes an adventure bike. So like, it's a growing segment. I mean, I can't even say it's growing. It's a huge segment, and more people are switching over to them. One of my students at the school said the bike looks like I should be delivering pizzas. That was funny. As I said, I like it. I have no complaints at all. But it's crazy because those who are fans of adventure bikes, when they see me out on this bike, I've been a few places, people will stop me and ask me about it. One, the color, but this is Suzuki's colors for their adventure bike. I remember even in the MX racing, I think Ken Roczen had a bike some sort of this color. But I like the color. It's almost like the same way I feel about KTM's orange, man. That orange stands out. It'd be cool to get a picture of the big cowboy over there. Start seeing the Trump signs, you know, you've left the city. Not that there's not Trump supporters in the city, but this is what you see outside of Philly and Pittsburgh. It's really that kind of stuff. yeah, look at these trees, man. Like fall in Pennsylvania. Blanket Hill Speedway. Oh, over there. Wonder what kind of speedway it is. Drag strip? Also, those who ride adventure bikes, what's the pros and cons of soft bags versus the hard cases? Because I've seen some with the soft bags, then I see some with the hard cases. But what are the pros and cons to them? I mean, I heard somebody talk about the bike falling over, hard cases falling on them. Soft bags are easier to just take off and expand or collapse. I don't know. I mean, I know these hard cases are like sails. I can feel the drag. I can feel the difference when I have them on at high speeds versus when I don't have them on. Being able to fit a helmet in them, I like the size. But I just wonder, like, what's the pros and cons to each? Now me, I don't really do a whole lot of off-road on this bike. I have friends, I have guys that I know at the shop at Barnes Brothers. They do a lot of off-road, dirt bikes, gravel. I've been invited a few times, haven't been able to make it. Need to make one at some point. But to me, it's more adventure touring. I go long distance on it. Go to state parks, go to campsites, and I'm not worried about the dirt or the gravel roads. So even that idea of adventure touring, not everybody that rides these bikes does off-roading. this is what middle PA looks like, or this is what PA looks like outside of Philly, Harrisburg, and Pittsburgh. Wow, like that there. Yeah. What do people do? Like, you live out here, kind of off the grid. What do people do out here? Like, what kind of jobs? You're working from home. I mean, you can work anywhere if you're working from home. 101 miles to empty. Campgrounds. Oh goodness, hate sneezing. Oh. Man, excuse me. I can feel it. I can feel I'm about to sneeze before it even happened. I was like, oh man, I'm about to sneeze. Yeah. It's a good Sunday though. Great Sunday. Armstrong, Indiana, Claret. Yeah, so I'm gonna definitely look for a different phone mount. I didn't want the phone here. I want the phone up there on that bar. It's an accessory bar. Yeah, it must be coming from campsites. Possibly, seeing the RVs. Yeah, this is campsite weather for sure. North Ridge, South Ridge Road. Dollar General. Man, I love the colors of these leaves out here. Every time you get outside the city, you get to see this kind of stuff. Indiana exits. I need to make it out to Indianapolis, Indiana at some point. Check on a homie out there, BT. And to find a spot to eat. Gotta be food involved. Have to be food involved. Ah, that's cool. I like that. Welcome to Indiana, PA. Indiana University of PA. So nice long Sunday ride. Oh, that truck is beefy. Yeah, the colors of the trees. Small town USA. You take enough of these back roads, you see there's so many small towns throughout this country, and you go through towns that we normally just fly over. Oh wow, that's a lot. He's all in on Trump. He's all in on Trump. That dude. India Grill. Yeah, small town USA. So many small towns. I mean, once upon a time, people would take all these little back roads through towns, stay in some of these areas. Indiana Free Library. Were libraries not free before or something? Why do you say free library? What's that about? Maybe libraries weren't free out here before. Philadelphia Street Playhouse. Is this Philadelphia Street? Yeah, this must be Philly Street. Because I keep seeing Philly Street this, Philly Street that. Yep, Philadelphia Street. Uh-oh. What we got here? Indiana Borough Police. Don't know, but it doesn't concern me. Let's keep it moving. Fox's Pizza. Oh. Pan Asia Cafe. Where? Trying to think, have I been out here before? I think I have. I'm not looking for me. Let me park this thing right in the grass. Oh yeah, we'll put this thing right here. Looks like a good spot right here. So here we are. We made it. I have to change my gloves at some point. Oh man, that's picture perfect. Alright, so I made it to Indiana, PA soccer game. About to do this soccer thing. It's a wrap.